The Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project, Lincolnshire's biggest podcasts. We don't have any stats to back that up, but we just say that that's true. I'm Chunky T, and I'm joined each and every week, and sometimes not every week. It's Permanent Shopping!
Ah, you remember, didn't you?
Yeah, back from the dead, mate.
Permanently, always temporarily permanent of some of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, when he fancies it.
Yeah, I was well ill, man, and now I'm just ill. No, I'm not ill. I'm a little bit ill. I was a bit ill, now I'm not. I'm all right.
Yeah, well, I think I'm on the decline into your horrible
past
bloody
it for you, innit?
Yeah, I'm like, my body ain't working, and I'm trying to catch up.
I know what that is, because the other night, you coughed at me, and then I coughed at you, because I was like, fuck you, cough you, and now you're ill. There you go.
That's it. I'm getting poorly. And also, this week, weirdly, working behind the scenes, because he's just gone, I'm not doing it no more. I'm going to go over there. Jack Magic. Hello, mate.
How are we?
That's so weird.
It is
Weird.
strange.
I'm not over there, I'm over here.
Basically, we have Vorney, who's like a pretty much permanent producer stand-in. He's busy. Then our substitute for that is busy, and our substitute for the substitute is busy. So Jack just went, I'm going to have to do it.
I'm going to have to do it, then, innit?
You know what I've realised?
And he's the worst when it comes to tech.
Yeah.
You know what I've realised?
What?
I'm looking at over there now rather than looking over there. So technically, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm Chunky T, and this is a little podcast we do every week, or whatever you say.
Yeah, Lincolnshire's biggest podcast now.
Littlest, biggest podcast.
Yeah.
And now I've got to try and remember to talk and press buttons and do things.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave it there and write, welcome to the Jack Show.
I remember when you said about that, you were like, all right, which one of you wants to do it? I was like, I can better do this. I can do that as well. Jesus.
Speaking of, with Jack being where he is, maybe move that a little bit that way. Tilt yourself over here, look. There we go. No. And so it begins. Are we all right though, boys? Good weeks?
I'm good now, you know.
Back in the land of living and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I've not really got anything to talk about that because we're very close to the last episode record, and I used it all up.
Use up all your things.
So I've just
What
been
have
swimming.
you done since 2 days ago?
Yeah, I went swimming and felt a bit more poorly. That's it, really.
You always gamble with that sort of stuff with fitness, and when you're ill, it's either if you get it on the cusp, it makes you feel better. If you don't, you've lost it, mate, and you're gone. You're worse.
Yeah, did 800 metre swim and feel strong. But then also got home and was like, feel poorly.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack? What have you done in the last 2 days?
What have I been doing? Not a lot, really. Had breakfast this morning and what did I do Friday? Just went to work and then went home. That was it.
Nice.
It's good, isn't it? Good informative podcast we got.
Yeah.
We do a lot. How's your new job going, mate?
Job's good. I understand now what the word manic means in a depressive sense.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Otherwise known now as bipolar.
Yeah, I don't reckon I got that one.
Oh, I think you have.
No. But it is weird, to be fair, because it's like, earlier I was real sad, and now I've like, I don't know what happened. Something just goes, not sad anymore. You're the fucking happiest ever.
Yeah.
And I'm
it's
like,
almost like it's the polar opposite of a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
There's
know,
like two poles.
still kind of
as well.
depressed.
Oh, that's what bipolar means, man, because it's two poles, man.
Oh, yeah.
Break it down, Sharpie. You know, bi, the other word for
Two.
Yeah.
And then polar is like
Bear.
exactly.
Yeah,
You are
so you
two
got-
bears.
You
is
got
what
two
I said.
polar bears in your
I got two polar bears in my brain.
And one polar bear is sad, and the other
The
polar
one.
bear is happy.
but still kind of sad.
But still a bit like sad, yes. I'm sad, but I'm going to buy stuff.
Yeah,
I like that
That
one.
is pretty much it as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone generally thinks with bipolar that it's like it is you happy or sad.
Yeah.
But no, you're still depressed throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just that when you're like high, you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy loads of shit and just party.
Yeah.
I'm still real sad about it.
It's weird because the more people say stuff like that, and then I kind of link things together, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't like
Have a life
it.
breakdown.
That's too close to home.
Stop describing me.
Hey, put those bears in the zoo, man.
Anyway, I'm sad now.
Yeah, but you've caught me on a good minute.
Well, to move on from that,
Yeah.
have we got a sponsor?
We have.
We
You
do
got
have
it.
a sponsor. And
There's gonna be a lot of
I'm
coughing on this
saying it,
week's
aren't I?
episode.
So, this week, the Utopia Project is brought to you by April's Tools.
So,
Take it away, Sharpie.
yeah, here we go. So the Utopia Project this week is brought to you by April's Tools. And what that is, my friends, because you're all interested and curious about April's Tools. It's not a woman called April at all. I don't know any women called April.
I do. Well, yeah, I know one.
Well, it's not your bit, so shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, well, it's because I have like a massive fear of April Fool's Day, like many people do. I don't want to be pranked on April Fool's Day. I thought about it earlier, and I was like, oh my god, April's coming up, because I saw something on the social media, and it was like an April Fool's thing. It's like, I don't fucking want that, and I thought nobody else wants that, so there's a gap in the market here, basically. So April's Tools, what that is, what you get. April Fool's Day, you get a various selection of weapons and you're allowed to carry them out and about in public. Spoke to police, said it's fine, it's all good. April Fool's Day plod says it's good. Basically, you carry one of those things, no one's going to fuck with you, are they? Someone's going to come along and go, oh, I'm going to do an April Fool's Day prank, and you'll be like, no I ain't, I've got a fucking gun. Alright, and then you're not going to get pranked, okay, so you're safe for another year. Alright, but you will get arrested if you do it the day after. So it's only for that day that you can't have you can have guns and various weapons.
So it's like an April Fool's purge.
Yeah, kind of, but it's purging the pranking.
Yeah.
So it's just turn it into a normal day for you because you're safe.
I've got a question.
Question away.
For this,
Yeah.
what bad April Fool's pranks have you like been the victim of that you're like, I need to carry a gun?
None, but the threat's always there, innit? Like, because I think about them and I think, I would be so embarrassed, man, if I'm pranked on April Fool's. So I'm like, I want to make sure that. The thing is, I was thinking about this today as well. It's like when you get embarrassed when stuff happens to you, and then I get really aggressive about it because I don't like it. And I think a lot of people are probably like that. I don't know. I just made it up, to be honest. But like, you get various weapons. So you can have a gun, you can have a bigger gun, or you can have a bat, or you can have a nail that has a bat was in it as well.
Right, do you want to try that one again? That last one.
You have a nail that has a bat in it.
Yeah.
Well, like a flying bat.
Oh no, the wrong way round, isn't it? No, it's the bat with a nail in it.
Yeah.
A rusty one.
Yeah.
And anyone's going to see any little pranksters, any bloody skedaddlers knocking about.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, I'm going to be pranking, and then they're going to see you and going to think, no, I'm going to stay away from that man because he looks like he'll end my life.
I don't think that April Foolers generally target strangers, do they?
They could do. I think a lot of crimes happen that way.
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah. No. When people get assaulted by strangers.
No, but they don't go April Fool's. Like, April Fool is like a friendly prank for your friends, right? Maybe telling them something that isn't true. You know, it used to be, people are a bit more like conservative now. It used to be like, oh, I'm pregnant. Hey! And they're like, oh my God. And they're like, not really, lol. Like, and it was like, technically, harmless little pranks. Like the BBC always used to do stuff like, you know, they'd be like, oh, the fucking penguins have all fucking flown to Africa, like the first flying penguin discovered and shit, and people are like, oh my God, that's funny. But like, they don't go, there's not like, it's not like people going around happy slapping for,
not happy slapping aggressive, it's just it's counter-terrorism basically is what
Al Qaeda is not
no.
We must wait for until the April 1st
don't bring
we can attack.
Don't bring racism into it. Alright, it's counter-terrorism. It's countering the terrorism of what it does to me. It makes me embarrassed, alright? And to me, that's terror.
When was the last time you were April Fooled?
Never been April Fooled.
Yeah, so what?
No, I'm always scared of it. I'm also always scared I'll turn up to a fancy dress party and I'm the only one in fancy dress. It's never happened, but the fear's
thought that's what you've been
there.
doing on this show for the whole time we've been doing it.
Well, I dress fantastic, thank you. Anyway, there's a various selection of weapons that you're allowed to partake with. You can't use them. They're just to defer counter-terrorism for April Foolers knocking about on that horrible fucking day. Okay.
Hang on. So you can't use these weapons, but you are allowed to carry?
Yes, because it would be a deterrent. A deterrent for April Foolers.
If you're not allowed to use them, surely it's not a deterrent.
Yeah, it is, because
he's got a weapon, but he ain't allowed to use it.
I know he's not allowed to use it.
How do you know he's not allowed to use it?
Because you will be like it's not.
It's not like an orange gun. It looks like a normal gun.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
You'll be like, hold on a minute, it's April Fool's, so he's carrying that as a deterrent. But I know because we've all been informed about this April Fool's.
Big problem actually, because on April Fool's Day there are pranksters about, but there's also normal criminals. They still exist in the world, and they're out murdering, and that's not funny. So you've got to be careful. Anyway, you get if you go to www.aprilstools.com/try prank me, I'll fuck you up, mate. You get a discount code off your first 3 weapons of choice with discount code April's Tools.
Again.
No, just April's Tools. That's just made up, to be fair. Anyway,
thanks,
there you
mate.
go. Enjoy.
Cool.
I was scared of it before.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
April Fools. I didn't want to get pranked. I really didn't want to.
I don't know what to say. If I'm honest.
I always forget about it. Even as a kid, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I hate. What's that rule? It's like after 1 o'clock. If you do it, your head blows up.
Midday.
Yeah,
midday means you're a fool. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You still put like fucking cling film on my toilet and I've shat all over myself. Like, that's still happened. Yeah. I am definitely the fool.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they said in the 90s, wasn't it? After April Fools, you're a fool. After midday, you are gay.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get the thought process, but it's a lot, isn't it? That
everything's a lot when you think about it, isn't it? Yeah.
It is a holiday, I guess, that hasn't been as much commercialised as Christmas and Easter and all that, I guess.
I hate the idea of it. Where did it come from and what was it doing? Why is it doing that?
I don't know. Was it
they're laughing at?
Yeah, just lol.
I don't like it. It's an expense.
It's not, is it though?
Yeah.
When does April Fool's Day ever cost you any money?
No, the expense of me and my dignity.
but you've never been pranked.
No, but I don't want to be, and I feel like I'm allowed to take measures.
We'll just stay at home till midday.
What if someone calls me?
Don't answer it. You don't answer it anyway.
That's the joke, and it's like, it was something really good. No, you haven't answered it, and you're a twat. I'll be like, no.
I'm going to cook up an April Fool's for you, and you're not even going to know about it.
Don't do it. You're going to start giving me full sugar drinks and not telling me.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah, having a fit. Yeah.
Lol, April. Oh shit! It's past 12. I'm the fool.
Yeah.
And Sharpie's still dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, no, not quite dead. That's a bit much. I'm just blind or something like that.
Yeah.
You've lost your foot.
Okay, pet peeves, good vibes. Have we got that? You got something to talk about, I think, Jack, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. To be fair, I was thinking about something this week. Sorry, I was just googling the origin of April Fool's Day, and there's loads of big words, and I don't know any of them. There's talks of
There's talks
of nun's priest's tale, Geoffrey Chaucer, and a vain cock.
Why do I know the name Geoffrey Chaucer?
That sounds like one of the reviews we got on our podcast.
What, Geoffrey Chaucer and a vain cock?
Yeah.
So I don't really know what's going on with that, but there's a lot of too many words for me to.
There's something about you sitting behind that desk that's turned you into almost like a football commentator.
Yeah. That's the Jeff? I don't know.
He's going to start really liking crisps.
Yeah. I quite like it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I feel a bit of something.
Feel important.
Anyway, what I was thinking about the other day. So, I've started doing some stuff at work, and I've started doing things that feel illegal but aren't.
Right, yeah.
So it just got me thinking about things that feel illegal that aren't illegal. So what I've started doing is... or things that should be illegal or whatever. Basically, I've started rather than having a bottle at work for juice or drink or whatever it is you so desire, and I've taken a glass from home.
That does feel
I just have a glass. I just have working on my desk. I have a glass of squash like I do at my house.
Yeah.
And it isn't...
But it feels wrong at a place of work.
It shouldn't be weird, but it fucking is.
Jack, I don't know where it is, but you are on a register of some description.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Things that just feel
why
weird.
Is that as unsettling?
You usually drink cans anyway, don't you? But at home, do you also drink cans?
No, I drink out of a glass.
Yeah.
Have you
done it recently?
What?
Add a glass at work.
No, I won't because it's the etiquette. Don't bring see-through containers unless it's got a lid.
Just try it this week. I beg you to try it. I beg you to try it. Just try it this week. Just take a glass to work and just have squash in it or whatever you drink.
I'm trying.
And just remember in your head, this is perfectly normal.
Yeah.
But your body goes, don't like that.
I'd
that.
rather make squash in a mug to have at work.
Yeah.
Even though that's something that should be illegal.
Yeah.
But it's like I can blend in and no one will know. A bit like, if you put whiskey in a fucking...
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm going to make this an Irish coffee. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm trying so hard at the moment to make people at work think I'm not odd. So I've
fucking good luck to you, mate.
Yeah. I feel like that is like shooting myself in the knee. Like I can't. I've got a Vendera Bank glasses anyway. To be honest with you, I don't use glasses, man. I feel like drinks taste worse.
Yeah, you do. There's some on your face right now.
Not eyeglasses, you fool.
You made me break my glasses now. That's what you've done. Broken them. It's all your fucking fault.
You just wanted to show off with your rebuildable Lego glasses, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, when you say about things that feel illegal, I feel like that when I have more than 2 Weetabix.
Yeah.
If I have 3 Weetabix, I'm like, they're not allowed.
Breaking the law.
I mean, I happily have 3 Weetabix, but I'm like...
See, that's not.
You can have a whole box if you want.
I'm not taking a picture and putting this on Instagram.
You know what you could
People
do?
will be like, "You're a naughty boy."
That makes me uncomfortable because I like the fact it's 2 Weetabix like Jenga, 2 there and then 2 the other way, and then you have 1 diagonal across it. It looks like a little Weetabix
Like
building.
a full stack.
Yeah, it looks like a building.
Jesus Christ, your shits must be like fucking breeze blocks, man.
They're just normal.
All that
shits.
fibre.
Your shit must come out like a Weetabix.
No, is that what fibre does? It turns it into a brick.
Yeah, holds your shit together.
Do you want that?
No, but like too much fibre and it's
Constipation town.
Yeah.
Wasn't there
Then you have to have a load of prune juice.
prune juice?
Make it all.
Wasn't there I've got a rhyme put into my head. I think it's similarly to your like we're going to London, but for some reason in my head I've got Kellogg's fruit and fibre.
Yeah, there's Mr. Kellogg's man, give me your banana.
Yeah,
it's a
something
fruit and
like
fibre.
that,
Yeah, they
like a fruit and fibre advert or something. I know, it's just popped into my head.
The thing, I was actually thinking about this the other day about because obviously I put a thing on TikTok and we talked about it on the podcast about the Heat magazine advert. What they don't make adverts like they used to.
They don't.
Belly's gonna get you.
Belly's gonna get you.
What I thought was a bizarre one was, you remember that You've Been Tangoed?
Yeah.
And there's a guy who was like laid in like his living room on the floor, and he posted an orange to himself, and the postman puts it through the letterbox and it goes into a squeezer, and his house is flooded with orange juice, and then it like goes through the ceiling and just covers him, and he's like, yeah, mission accomplished. You've been tango, buy our drink. Belly's gonna get it. What was that even for? Was that for like
Probably like a tango.
I don't know.
Oh, Belly's gonna get you.
Define it.
it might have been
I remember vividly the
like
guy running away from it.
it was a big
Was it something to do with like gut health? Was that an Actimel thing?
I don't think it was though. I thought it was like for beer. It was like get a big fat belly. Like,
Oh, was it? I thought it was more like bad gut health.
what is it? You got it, Jack?
Can you guess what it's for? I've got it all.
It's like Budweiser.
You would never guess.
No, go on.
It's, of all things, it's from the 2000s, and it was part of a successful £4 million campaign for Reebok.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Right, lads.
Don't get
Lads, we're going to sell our trainers and that.
Thinking
right?
about it, it's right.
This is
because it's
running
advertising
away.
if you run away from the belly and you keep running, you will
Not have the
get
belly.
The belly.
The belly won't get
That's
you.
clever.
Yeah.
Was what is it? Oh, fucking hell. What was that? What?
That was Flat Eric.
Flat Eric.
That
Yeah.
was
that
that
just
was
a
a
song?
song though, wasn't
Was
it?
that just a song?
Yeah.
He's a real jerky.
I
Yeah.
have a feel. I thought it was part of an advert.
Mr. Ozzo.
Mr. Olzo.
Oh, yeah. I think it was an advert though.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
it
probably on an advert, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The only advert I know that is similar to like good old adverts now is I'll just click it on here. I don't know if you've seen it. Let's do that one there. That one there. Oh.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
There we go. Lovely.
Yeah.
It's
a man with a donkey.
Listerine advert. And it's just a geezer's doing it, and then his mouth explodes, and then there's just a Scottish donkey with a sick smile. Get all clean with Listerine. That's what he sounds like.
I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah.
I used to watch the. It was called Advert TV. It was a channel on Sky.
Yes.
Because adverts were that good, they dedicated a channel to just adverts.
What has happened, man?
And I watched that because it was entertaining television. Do you know what I mean?
Like, were they most of them like just mad?
Yeah, fucking mental. I'm trying to think. Some of them, like I say, Belly's gonna get you. The Tango ones was always fucking weird. There's the old Dairy Milk one there with the kids doing that
with the eyebrows.
Apparently that was legit.
Yeah,
they were actually doing that. That weren't CGI. No.
yeah. I see old
I'm sure they
mate.
come on TikTok recently, aren't they?
Yeah, and he's like, I can still do it. And he does it. And I'm like, well done, mate. But and there's another Dairy Milk who's like, I want to sell this chocolate. What I'm thinking, we'll play a bit of Phil Collins and we just get a gorilla smashing fuck out of drums.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Dairy Milk.
I want some chocolate now, please.
Yeah. He's got us talking about chocolate though, hasn't he?
No correlation whatsoever. But what would you say then is that you do that feel most of the stuff you do probably feels illegal, doesn't it?
Crime.
Crying?
Crime. Crimes.
No. What do you do that feels illegal but isn't?
What do I do that feels illegal?
Well, I've got some examples if you want.
Yeah, go on then.
So the ones are obviously I've got taking a glass to work. You've got your classic. Obviously, I went to Reddit for some of these. But, one of these was obviously a classic is the interior light on in the car while you're driving at night.
Well,
that is illegal. It is illegal.
No,
I got told it's illegal. You're not allowed to do that.
Everyone
Parents
is
are
convinced.
fucking liars, mate. They told it was like a country-wide, globally-wide fucking conspiracy of like, tell the kids if that goes on, we get blown up or like
you go to jail for like 25
police catches
years,
us and we're in trouble.
Yeah,
because I had it. Like, Mum, I'm putting that on so I can see my fucking Game Boy.
Yeah,
and she's like, no, fucking turn it off, like the fucking. There's 6 fucking squad cars behind us. Fucking, we're in a high speed chase now.
Everyone knows if you're doing over 20 mile an hour and you put the interior light on at night, you just swerve into a ditch and everybody dies.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other one I got was returning a broken item for a full refund.
Oh,
just feels illegal.
I think that kind of is.
It's not illegal, but it feels like you're stealing.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels like you're doing something wrong, doesn't it?
No,
if it's broke, I'm not getting my fucking money back.
Yeah. But just taking something back, I'm like, I feel real bad for this. I feel like I shouldn't be doing it.
I know one thing I did. Right, it was a vintage thing. It was I saw a T-shirt being sold as a Neil Barrett T-shirt, and for those that don't know, Neil Barrett's a fairly well-known brand, quite expensive. And it was just...
Is he like Paul and Shark?
Kind of, sort of thing, yeah. But it was like, it was just labelled as men's lightning T-shirt, £4. And I was like, that's a fucking Neil Barrett T-shirt. Fucking got it, £4, and then it came, took a photo of it, sold it, $27.50.
Yeah,
and I was like.
There's a lot of people kicking off about that with like vintage, but I'm like, people have been doing that for
business,
years.
mate.
Like,
that is business.
Stuff. They're like, if you bought it from a charity shop, you can't resell it. Like,
I think wholesalers are.
Yeah.
You know when you go wholesalers for your business and you get things cheaper and then you sell them at market price?
Yeah.
That's what that is, isn't it? Like,
well, I felt bad because similar sort of situation. So in the Tow studio, we had a unit that it was Jack's in-laws gave to me. It was like, is that any good for your shop? You can have it if you want it. I'm like, yeah, sick. I sold that for £40. Like, used it for, like, in the old shop, moved to the new place and was like, don't really kind of go, I ain't got space for it. Yeah. I put it on Marketplace. I was like, fuck it, £40, like, and someone paid me £40 for it, but I was like, I got out, like, someone gave me that. And I'm like, oh, no, that's... Sorry, Lynn Fiona. If you want £40, I'll give you it.
It must go in the bin.
Yeah, I'm like, I've either got to destroy it, I've got to keep it forever.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because it wasn't like a gift, like a happy birthday chunk.
Yeah, no.
The cabinet.
They're
It was
just getting rid of it. You
can't
can't
get rid of it. You want it?
Yeah.
So, but I'm perfectly within my rights to sell it. But I was like, I've been naughty here.
Yeah.
Sold something. That
that's
was
it.
like, yeah.
The other ones I got was trying a free sample and then not buying whatever it is that you've tried.
Oh no, I don't feel good about that at all. That's how I used to get fed at Camden Market.
Yeah,
because they used to always have like chicken, like fried chicken out on the floor. Like, you try. I go around every single one, go hum, and they're like, you will buy it? And I'm like, no, I'm fucking full of all that chicken.
Yeah, I've had loads of that.
Loads of people give me loads
for free.
Yeah, loads of shit.
The other one was leaving a shop and not buying anything, that feels illegal to me.
It does when you go through the till.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you like have to go past people,
Yeah.
and you're like,
I ain't got nothing.
Do you feel guilty that you feel like you've stolen? Do you know what I mean? Like you're looking like a thief.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know. I should feel guilty for that.
Yeah,
but I don't.
But you probably can't. Best you don't comment on that.
Yeah, no,
Pockets are usually full.
no,
Allegedly.
No comments.
Allegedly, yeah.
I did a lot of meditation. I don't feel guilty about that anymore. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what the singing bowl was for, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Cleanse the thieving.
Remember when we was in Tesco's that time and we jokingly said there was a bloke walked out the toilets?
Yes, I remember that.
We were stood near Tesco. The guy walked out the toilets. We told you about this, didn't we?
No?
He walked out the toilets. I think we just went for a piss,
It was
didn't
around
we?
the time we were both going, "Oh, he's stealing!" like all the time.
Yeah.
So we both went in Tesco's, went for a piss, coming out of toilets. A guy walked out the toilets in front of us, and they've got them security scanners. So if he was stealing, they would have gone off.
I'm not
all the
convinced
time.
they always work.
No,
Yeah.
they don't always work. I've heard.
Allegedly.
I've not tested it though.
Yeah.
But he walked out in front of us, and then me and Sharpie, I think it might have gone off, didn't it? Something happened anyway.
It was still in the store, but like I remember we was walking.
They do have
It
them
was-
on the toilet, don't they?
Yeah.
In a lot of places.
Yeah, well, that's where, because I'd been at the toilet and
Yeah.
I'd meet you outside the toilets and there was walking and then you'd gone, "Oh, he's stealing," and then the guy in front of us just turned around and was like and then just ran.
We just winded him
Like,
up. We
why do you look guilty?
just went, "Oh, he's stealing," and he's like, "No, I'm not, I'm not," and then just legged it. It just ran off.
And we got accosted, didn't we? In there's little Asda. It's up near where you live, where I used to live.
Yeah,
It was in there. And there was a little lad looking at the sweets, and I just went, "Oh, he's stealing!" He went, "Fuck off, no, I'm not!" Didn't he? And I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought he was going to stab me. And then he come up to Sharpie, and Sharpie wasn't well versed in banter, let alone when it's a child doing it.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
he
what you're
went,
allowed.
went, "Get that milkshake out your pocket."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sharpie just went, "Get the milkshake out of your pocket." And the kid just went, "You're weird."
Fucking ruined him.
Yeah, then we smashed his head on the fucking
Yeah.
on a crate of Monster.
The final one I got was I wrote it down purely because of what we discussed last week, and I genuinely saw this on Reddit. Promising WinRAR you'll pay next time.
Yeah,
The fuck's a WinRAR?
we had this. It was in the trailer for the last episode or the one before.
That
and I
zipping
kept
thing.
shouting WinRAR, and I got stuck shouting WinRAR. But
The
yeah.
zip file thing.
Yeah,
with
so
the
as I
trial.
said last time about the whole, it's just an endless free trial.
Yeah.
It's like, no, next
Just a
time I'll pay.
WinRAR
mate.
going, "Oh, please pay us. Please pay us. I think you should probably pay now." And you go, "Maybe next time, mate."
I feel like when they made that, they had a meeting and they were like, "Should we just try the polite approach? I think if we just ask people with no obligation, people will respect our
Yeah.
kindness."
I bet some people do, to be fair.
Yeah, but because there's fucking idiots,
Yeah,
though, innit?
because I get that a bit like with them, because they've been waving this flag for fucking years. Old Wikipedia, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, where fuck, mate? We ain't got no money. Like you come here. We know you come here a lot to find out some information. Just up here, if you could just pay a quid, maybe. Like you've already got more than a quid's worth out of us, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. So if you just, and we just like scroll away, fuck off. Where's the information? Wikipedia. And if
Yeah.
you die, I don't care. Someone else will do it.
What I get with Wikipedia, right, is anyone can edit it, can't they? Mm-hmm. Right, so they want a quid to get some legit information that could have been wrote by some crackface.
Yeah, it gets like checked and stuff.
It's
and
reviewed, done it?
Yeah, because I
checks
kept changing Peter Levy. I kept calling him Peter Knobhead Levy and changing it. He's just a news presenter on Look North. But I made his nickname on it. I kept just relentlessly doing it until I got banned off.
Would it update it and then
Yeah,
someone else
it was there.
change it?
Yeah, and it'd be there forever until somebody else went, "No, it's not."
Yeah.
So I was just like, at least some people are going to go onto his Wikipedia and be like, "Oh, his nickname's Dickhead."
Was he a dickhead?
Oh, I just didn't like him. You know, when he's just like...
Just the man that
I'd like to say I was younger than I was, but it's just him and John Marshall of Links FM. I'm just like, you're a smarmy cunt. Fuck off.
They don't like smart.
I know someone who knows John Marshall.
Get him on the show and I'll tell him. You
and-
book him on this show and I'll be like, do you know what he said? My missus, she used to be a cleaner at the college. She'd mopped all the floor and then he walked straight across it all with mucky shoes on and would just turn around to her and went, "You got a shit job, haven't you?" And then fucked off.
What a cunt.
Oh no.
Well, apparently,
I'm just like, mate, you're on local radio.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't even get to you don't get to sit down with Ollie Murs. You've got to ring him up.
Yeah,
Do you know, like, don't. Oh, we've got Ollie Murs on the line. No, all of you have, because you're part of a fucking local radio fucking
and they're
thing.
just doing the rounds because they want to sell something.
He was at Lincoln City once doing the fireworks. He's like, I've put all this. You haven't, John, have you?
Yeah.
You've been booked. You're from down the road.
Yeah.
Right? He thinks you're a fucking local celebrity.
That's really got me. I've never wanted to smash up a radio so much in my life.
Well, it's not there anymore, is it, Links FM? It's like
it's
something
greatest hits now.
Yeah, it's like changed. But he was like, I've made it. And you haven't, mate. You work behind Siemens. Do you know what I mean? You work in a dodgy building behind Siemens.
Gone to his head, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know someone who him and his dad know him, and apparently all they used to do is take the piss out of him for having his radio voice, and he used to demand that he doesn't have a radio voice, and they was just demanding that he does, and apparently he really didn't like it.
Good.
I think everybody has a sort of radio presenters definitely have a tone.
Is your radio voice? Well, I've never been on radio, but different to your phone voice.
Probably not. I think if a professional phone call voice.
Is this our radio voice? Does this
I
count?
think this is like our podcast voice, because we talk like this, but there's always that air of like presenting it a bit better. Like Jack's had a touch of radio voice today because he's sat behind the front production desk.
Let's release those big money balls.
Just referring to Google here. What do you think at home? Are you driving home from work? Do you remember the A46 is pretty busy tonight?
Yeah.
Anyway, now time for a bit of a
Now over to Chunk with the travel.
Yeah. It's got that weird cadence to it, hasn't it? But I fucking hate him. I don't even know what he looks like, and I'm glad I don't, because if I bumped into him in the street, he would be it'd be someone who I struggled to be like.
And he's about Lincoln, is he?
I think so, yeah.
I'm gonna spit it.
He used to always be smug as well, like in the mornings, like when he had snow day. You used to have to listen to the radio, didn't you, to find out if the fucking school was closed. Yeah. He was always on there, and he's just like, his tone was always like, "Oh, William Farr, that's close. That's shit. Like, I'm not even open. Why they're not even like?" He didn't say that, but he was just like, "Yeah."
He's on the high.
Crap.
Yeah.
I turned up for work. Fuck off, John.
He's on the
you probably live under the desk.
He's
you
on
fucking
the highest,
homeless prick.
The highest horse that he's ever fucking seen.
Yeah, he's probably all right, but like,
no,
he's crossed me too many times. He doesn't even know.
No, go to that fourth picture along where he looks outside and it looks like he's had a lot of coke. Yeah, he's coming down.
That's John Marshall's idea of a lovely day out.
No, he looks like a sour cunt, doesn't he?
Thinks he's.
Anyway, let's stop that, because I think we're borderline character defamation here, aren't we?
No,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. That might be why they arrest me.
It'll be for all the other shit, won't it?
Yeah. Have you got anything other than the glass then, Jack? Last one, and then
that was it really. The just promising Wimra. That was about it. Then the other thing I did this week was watch Britain's Got Talent, and we'll talk about that another time.
Well, that's not illegal though. That shouldn't even feel illegal.
It's off. That's off subject. That is.
Okay.
I watched Britain's Got Talent, and it's the first time I've seen it in fucking years. And the fucking shit that is on.
Oh, they're scraping the barrel now, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I wrote down two. One was the Red Barrows. And it was just a load of
no, I've seen them. They're actually sick. I like them. I like them. They're like red arrows, but they've just got red wheelbarrows, and they do like choreographed wheelbarrowing.
I feel like that is the most cringiest thing.
Yeah, it is. That's why you love
it. Load of old blokes.
Can you tell by the judges' faces that they've got to be like, "That's the best one we've seen all day," and they're like, absolutely phenomenal barrowing right there.
The other one was it's an Indian man came on with his translator, and he said like He's just, hello judges, this is such and such. He's a yoga instructor and he's so happy to be here. And he's like, oh, namaste, thank you. And all this kind of, I love you, Mr. Simon, and all this kind of stuff. And then he's like, right, okay, so take it away. And he did his thing. And do you know what his act was? Just smashing stuff up. Smashing stuff up. He had a table with melons and coconuts and mangoes, and he just smashed it all up. And he headbutted them all and smashed them all up. And then he elbowed some and smashed them all up. And then he got Simon to come on the stage, laid down where he put loads of stuff around him. And then he got a sledgehammer out, blindfolded himself, and just smashed all the stuff up around Simon. And then Simon's there covered in like
juice,
smashed up fucking watermelon and everything. And this guy's going, ah! boom, and just fucking smashing stuff up with the sledgehammer, covering everyone in melon.
Please tell me the translator was translating the screams. That was melon.
But then, like every 30 seconds, there's like one of the team people from the side, the earpiece and everything on.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Simon, are you okay? Are you okay, Simon? Simon, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm all right. Simon, are you okay? Are you okay? And this guy's like, smashing stuff up around him, and he's like, that is the act. And it's just like, okay, good job. See you later.
When that translator got employed, it was like, right, I've had this idea, I've mapped it out basically. We've got this complex act. I'm going to need you to translate all this. Or the translator didn't actually know before he went on. I would have loved that even more, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a lot. I just don't know
just a lot.
There's just a lot happening, really.
Yeah. All right, mate. Do you feel better?
Yeah, I feel better for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know any things that aren't at home, if you know any things that feel illegal or should be illegal that isn't, get in touch with us.
We'll go through some text right after Chuwumba Wumba.
Actually,
Chuwumba Wumba.
I think I said Chuwumba Wumba.
Right after Chuwumba Wumba, top thumping.
I've got one thing actually which segues into my good vibe, which actually, when I think about it, does feel illegal.
Yeah.
So with my new job.
You got a new job?
Got a new job.
Got a new job.
Yeah. The one I spoke about last week, I got fired from that from deleting emails, so
Yeah.
I've started a new job again now.
Yeah?
Okay.
That was a joke, but yeah, thank you.
What a mate.
So I mentioned it to you earlier, I think, but it was like, right, I went over to the kitchen and I'm like, I have myself a free coffee because they pay for it. I'm like, that's amazing. I look over to the side, what do I see but an array of fucking snacks in the corner, and I look at them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They're looking at me and I'm like, I clock them and I'm like, hey, what? Who's of them? Are they? Because everyone else has got their stuff in the fridge with names on it.
Yeah.
And they're displayed as well. They're like, some guys come in and fucking did a bit of fuck off like that. Loves it. Like, it looked fucking great. And I was like, right, I think they're free. Turns out they are free. And I had one. And I didn't. I had two, to be honest with you.
I had
two snacks, okay? And when I had the snack, it took me back to a time I'd not had this snack for fucking years. And I realised how fucking mint they are. Nutri-Grain bar.
Mint?
They don't taste of mint. That's the same.
No, yeah,
I
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nutri-Grains are good. Do they have chocolate inside or jam?
No, it's jam or they do like apple ones and that. Don't tell me you're fucking hating on Nutri-Grain.
I don't hate them, but I like, if I'm going to treat myself, I'm not going for that.
This might be because I've been starving myself.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah. And then I was like, my blood sugar was low. And I was like,
it's not a Pop-Tart or a wagon wheel, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I enjoy fucking Nutri-Grain. Oh, I remember it.
Right. I'm gonna just put this out there. Yeah. Yeah. The honest answer, I'm going to have a bit of a mental breakdown here again. I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. Just eat something.
Yeah.
I've only spoke about Nutri-Grains today.
You had your cheat meal earlier, which was a fucking bullshit protein shake and a fucking bar that looked like a turd. And you're like, that was a shit cheat meal. I'm like, yes, because it wasn't a cheat meal. It was a turd and a protein shake.
It was
Just
a cheat
fucking
meal.
eat some real food. Your diet at the minute is 9 almonds and a cup of depression.
You say this like it is 9 almonds and a cup of depression. One, you can't put depression in a cup. It's too big.
Tried.
And two, I have a bag of almonds, half a bag of almonds to be fair, and I have loads of other stuff as well. And by the way, I'm a princess, if you didn't realise. I'm going to continue to talk about it and how much pain it's putting me in.
Exactly.
It's
Do you
never
remember this thing I'm
stop.
doing entirely of my own accord that I hate? Yeah, well, I'm going to keep talking about it.
Yeah, I will. That's why I do a podcast. Next week, come on, you do not? No. Podcasting's gone downhill a bit, hasn't it? Set of fucking smarmy pricks. I'm going to go to that radio presenter and do a podcast with him.
Oh, no. John
Marshall, if you're listening.
Podcast. He started up a podcast with John Marshall.
John Marshall and Sharpie do Nutri-Grain Pod.
What flavour you got this week? Apple. Thanks for tuning in.
So, but that job's shit.
Look at all these snacks that we've decided we don't want to eat anymore.
Anyway, we need a little break and then we get our guest on. Yeah. Hey. See you in a minute.
Utopia Project.
Now then, everybody, I hope you're enjoying this belter of an episode. Sorry to stop you in your tracks, but we are trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, and it'd be really, really good if you could be one of those people that presses that subscribe button. Other ways to support us: like the video, comment down below, call us horrible people, call us lovely gentlemen, call us whatever you fucking want. Also, if you're listening on Spotify, then hit the follow button, because that does extra things as well. I don't know what it does, but it looks good on our little graphs and stuff when we log into our little thing. But yeah, any support is always grateful. We're always grateful for any support. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Utopia Project.
Welcome back. If you are enjoying the episode, don't forget to sign up to our Patreon, where you can get extra little bits and bobs. Sharpie, tell them about the extra little bits
We've
and
got
bobs.
loads going on, haven't we? We've got loads of all the episodes for you, lots of extra content that you can have a look at, and you also get discount on merch, and there are a few different options for payment on those. What are those payment options?
£1, £3, £5, £10.
That's the ones, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So for as little as £1, you get loads of extra shit, and we can pay our bills and that. So sign up, you bastards.
Please.
Anyway, you happy?
I'm bloody raring, mate.
Yeah, good. Dean Coughlin's there, everybody.
Hey,
Oh
hello.
no, I've got to press the button. There we go. Sorry,
yeah.
That's usually Jack's job.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm
Yeah.
all good. Yes, nice. Thanks for having me here. Yeah.
No worries, mate. Come over to sunny Lincoln.
Always, lad. I was here last week.
Yeah.
Here again.
I see on your tour you've been Lincolnshire's making a regular appearance.
Well, yeah, I mean, just because I MC a lot of gigs,
Yeah.
so you can get more regular spots at places when you MC, because
Right, okay.
because it's all crowd work sort of stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're not really burning material and that. So, yeah, done Lincoln last week. Saxby tonight.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I'm back then.
How,
after then.
how on earth does Saxby get on?
Do you know what? It's a good night there, man. It's a good night.
Really?
Yeah. Saxby Town Hall. It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times, hosted it but twice now. It's always class, it's always good.
It's just mad. I mean, generally speaking, we don't get many people come to Lincoln anyway, do we? It's
really,
kind of on
yeah.
the up a little bit with getting bigger bookings
Yeah.
and stuff. But when I see that it was Saxby, in my head, I'm like, that's where Mum goes and does a bric-a-brac sales.
Yeah.
And it's just just Freddie Quinn's on tonight.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So the thing with all them small town gigs, they're always class, because everyone in the audience is like, wow, you've come here to entertain us. It's because it doesn't happen very often, and I think the gigs once every couple of months. It's everyone comes because there's fuck all else going on, so they're
there's
let's go see that and all proper up for it.
Yeah.
So usually them small town ones are always really fun gigs, you know? Yeah, man.
You always get on like you were saying, wasn't it? It's Wednesday is Janet's Zumba class, and then Thursday we've got Freddie Quinn and Have a Word.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then tomorrow there's karate. Yeah.
What got you sort of into comedy then? Because you was a tattoo artist before, weren't you?
I was a tattoo artist since I left school, yeah. And then I've always been a fan of stand-up and that. And then I was living in Australia for a bit. There was a comedy club in Melbourne, and they'd done it was a gold card. It was $35, and you could just come for free for a year for every show. So we spent a lot of time in the comedy club there. And I found myself watching so much comedy and sort of picking it apart as it was going, and sort of trying to guess where people were going with stuff. And then I'd sort of get there, they'd say that, everyone would laugh, and I'd be like, did no one else think that was coming already? So then I go getting it in my head of maybe I could write a joke if I'm sort of pulling apart the jokes as it's happening. And then I was just talking about it so long, and my missus was just like, you need to either try it or shut up talking about it. So then I just started doing it, man, and then just loved it, and just thought if it was a hobby at first, obviously, as it always is, because there's just no money in it when you first start off, and then the money starts coming in, you start getting paid for it and that, and it's just class, man. It's just such a fun thing to do. It's just because working in tattoo shops, it's an adult sort of only environment in it, and so I've spent 12 years just chatting shit, just being able to say whatever you want, and then so moving into stand-up, it's the same vibe. You don't have to censor yourself with what you're saying. You do to a degree, but just the freedom of it, and not having
you're also not having to do work.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, it is work in a different way, a lot of driving, and it can be quite stressful just doing stand up sometimes. But Yeah, it's great, man. Especially
Yeah.
when it goes well. I don't think there's anything better. You know,
Yeah,
like
what
when you
was
just smash a gig, you're just like, yes, get
What
in.
was your first gig like?
My first gig was sound because it was hot water in Liverpool.
That's the best.
Done it's like a comedy course. So you know Paul Smith, like
Yeah, man.
mega famous now. I just caught him just before he blew up.
Right.
So he was teaching the comedy course there, and it was basically like he didn't teach you how to write jokes, but it was more just like getting comfortable being on stage, talking into a microphone, you know, like just all that. And then after the 5 weekends of coming in and like standing on stage for 10 minutes, being like, oh, I had a ham butty for me breakfast or whatever. They do like a graduation gig.
Okay.
So it was sold out, but everyone there knew these people are doing it for the first time and all that. So it was a really lovely audience and that. So it just went dead well. And I was just like, I'm fucking going to be on live the Apollo.
Fucking sick at this.
Yeah. And then my second gig was in a pub to like 3 fellas, and I was like, oh, this is it for a few years. Like it was a big different experience. Like, but yeah, man. So just started doing it and just got the bug for it really, and just didn't stop then.
Would you not go back to tattooing? Like,
nah, because I would if I needed to. But I sort of fell out of love with doing the tattooing.
yeah,
And I think it's something you need to be like 100% in with.
yeah.
Because like you're putting stuff on people's bodies forever.
Oh, I just sling it up.
Well, yeah,
I
but
just
that's
think,
like,
fuck it.
I thought it just felt like bad, sort of like not being, giving it 100% and wanting to be somewhere else while they're there being like, yeah, this is fun, isn't it? And I was like, no, not really. I think it's very stressful now that I'm not enjoying it, you know?
Yeah.
What else I found was like iPads, I think really like diminished me drawing ability.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I used to like draw stuff, paint stuff, hand stencil things. So then, like by the time you come in to do the tattoo, you know it in and out.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're doing a mandala, you draw the whole thing, like leaf by leaf, petal by petal, and all that. And then the iPad comes and you go, I've drawn 30 mandalas in 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you can redo a line, or you can do a perfect circle, and there's a load of little like tricks in that help you create the designs. And I just think it just made me drawing ability just like
Like
plummet.
just took away from it.
Yeah, because it was just so easy. So yeah, that combined with like sort of not really enjoying it anymore, I was like, I need to bail out of this.
I suppose as well, like for me, obviously I'm a tattoo artist myself, but I got into it after doing like a normal job.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to go work on a fucking building site again. So I have to make this work.
Yeah,
but I get where you're coming from with that, with like the iPads and stuff, because I mean, I swear by it as a tool, but I've done the same. I used to have sketchbooks and this, that and the other, and now I'm just like, fuck it all, you know,
Dead easy to do it
shouldn't
in
be
10
saying this really
minutes.
on the internet. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
all right actually, but like, like the amount of times I've tried to do a tattoo on someone and it's like not quite going right, or penning on a stencil, and then I'll double tap them to try and
weird,
undo
isn't
it. It's weird, and I have to style it out of like I'm just checking it.
Yeah,
I'm just
drawing on
checking it
paper, and then you go, and you go, oh my, I've ruined my brain here with
it's just
electronics.
pure
It's
fucking
mad.
brain rot.
Yeah, it's mad.
But it's,
So it's like, why can't I zoom this in?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
yeah, man. So yeah, it's definitely off the cards then. You wouldn't.
For now, man. Yeah. I might if something happened, like say, just done it because I done one for like at a Have a Word live show.
Right, yeah.
Like a tattooed Dan Nightingale on stage, and that was like coming to the end of the
that's
tattooing.
fun though, isn't it?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So if it's something like someone wants to film something and they want someone to tattoo, but I can jump in and it's just like an easy thing, I can do it. Because like I took a big break from it. And then come back to it, and it was like I'd never stopped. It's weird.
It's locked in.
Just jump straight back into it, man. It was like I'd never stopped doing it. So I could do it again if I had to.
Yeah.
And it's a decent job to have as a fallback as well.
Yeah.
Because I think you can just jump in and start earning money straight away. If you just go to like a street shop. You're just doing walk-ins all day. So if I needed to, I would.
Yeah,
but I'm trying not to.
Yeah,
you know.
It seems surreal, but I get where if you've kind of come in somewhere where it is what you've done like since school, that it just. I think everybody needs to have a career change, regardless of sort of like between that sort of 20 and 30 mark. Yeah, to kind of go right. I'm
doing everything.
I'm fucking done with that. Like let's go do something else.
Yeah. And I'm like that with like I lived in Melbourne for a bit because I sort of just got like a bit stagnant coming into the same. Like the what I enjoy about tattoo and with comedy as well, like every day was something different. With a different person. With gigs, it's you're in a different city, different audiences. You know, one night it could be rowdy as fuck, and you like got to control it, and one night could be like dead subdued, and you're like fucking really got to work for it and that. So it's always different every day. But even just the monotony of like getting the same train to the same shop started getting on top of me, and I was like, I need to fuck this off for a bit. It's just like I've just got to flip the table up and just go away for a bit, and then come back and go, right, okay, I've had my little breakdown there. Do you know what I mean? So I've done that twice. Went to Australia, come back, went to New Zealand, and I was like, fuck it. But I got back from New Zealand just before the lockdowns. So I was home for like 10 days, and then we got put into lockdown, and I was like, oh, this is mad. But it was weird because like when I was in New Zealand, I wasn't tattooing, I was working in a bar. So I was on nights, and my missus was on days, so I didn't really see her, and I didn't really know anyone, so I spent like 6 months on my own, pretty much. Couldn't really speak to people over here because of the time difference and all that. So I had a bit of a mad one, like I felt like, I don't know, it was just a bit hard. And then I got home, and then everyone got put into lockdown, and I was like, I've been doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done this for 6 months. I sat in my apartment for 6 months, not going out, not talking to anyone. And then I got home and I was like, all you have to do it now. I've been fucking training for this for ages. Like, this is my Olympics now as well. Yeah. So it was. I kind of just settled quite easy into it because we come home, I didn't have a job. So it's not like I had to like...
You're not missing like a normal life.
Just all of that, It was just that we just got home, been home for 10 days, and it was like, right, well, just stay in for a bit longer. And I was just like, all right, okay, fine, this is what we're doing, so it was kind of eased into it quite easily, you know, it was weird.
Did you do any mad shit in the lockdown? You know, like people like got some like hobbies and shit, you know, they had the time to do
banana bread was big, wasn't it?
I done all sorts, man. I was like, for a lot of it, it's just like, I bought a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation for ages, and I was fully baffled by how good all the graphics and that were. Like I was playing Uncharted 4, and I was just like, "This is like I'm playing a movie." Like I couldn't believe how good it was. I was like, I got Spider-Man, and I was just swinging around New York as like a way of going out. Do you know what I mean? And then we like bought The Sims, and we were like, maybe we can recreate real life on The Sims and shit like that. And then I was like looking into like coding. And just anything to sort of like, I wonder if I can make money off this thing. But like coding starts off real easy and then gets real hard really quickly. At first it's like, I can change this text from green to red, and you're like, I'm fucking Steve Jobs, mate. And then it says, and then it's like, make this HTML, and I'm like, what? And I instantly went from like, I can do this to, I don't think I can ever do this ever. Like,
they lure you in though on them adverts, didn't they? You seen them and they're like, you can earn 85 grand a year just doing coding. You do a 6-month course and then you can code and you can do it from home, and it's all fucking brilliant. And then I know a few people have done it. There's like, it's tech.
It's so hard. So hard.
So I've got the opposite end of that. See, I know a guy who is now is a web developer, and he's completely self-taught himself off YouTube videos, and now he's earning like fucking 90 grand a year. It's just like, I just taught myself.
I
don't know specifics of how long it took him or anything like that, but it probably took him a while.
As well,
he's pretty
YouTube
good at it.
Like I learned all for editing podcasts and how to make clips and all that stuff all off of YouTube. And then you got like, just you can learn everything now. There's a video on everything. Any problems you have and you can't work it out, there's like, there'll be some fella in India who's just like, here you go, this is how you do it. And you're like, yes, this is right, fella. No fucking about, because some of them are like 20 minutes long, and you're like, where's the bit I need? But then there's some dudes in India, and they just go, this is what you need, this is how you do it, nice one, see you later. And you're like, fucking is right, fella.
That's mad, isn't it? It's felt like we've got like passion for podcasting, we put that on the internet, comedy, stand-up, that sort of thing, and be like, there's some geezer out there in some corner of the earth. It's like, I've got a passion for showing people how to use a Mitsubishi aircon unit.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable, man. It's great.
Like, a lot of them as well are like literally like 30 seconds long. Like I literally had one the other day with this is a bit boring tech talk, but After Effects, and I was like, I want to just change that. I just want to change that file for that file. Went on YouTube, and it's just like the video just goes, if you press Alt and then click. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, someone's gone. I need to make a video about that. Someone will need that.
You know what's mental? I know it's taking a piss out of it, like that sort of thing. But that guy's probably made fucking a mint off that video, hasn't he?
When you look at them and they've got like 10k views.
Yeah, it's just idiots like me and you going, how do I even like do that? And he goes, mate, you just press Alt and then it's done. But
10 grand.
I've got 4 million views on it.
To be fair, you should do that, but just for me using a Mac.
Yeah, but your head falls out over a Mac, though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I suddenly become a real technophobe, and I don't get it. Like this, I've got to press buttons. I've fucked this up at least 4 times, and I've got 6 buttons to press. Yeah. And I've got to all I've got to remember is press 6 buttons and talk, Jack. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah. And my hand has just gone. Nah,
I'm not pressing buttons today.
Yeah.
You kept moaning at me because I've converted him to being able to use a Mac, basically. Yeah. And he was moaning
again.
He was like, oh, Mac, it's fucking shit. I just can't get my head around it. I'm like, Jack, it's Google Chrome. It's still exactly the same as when it was on Windows. Yeah. Don't worry. It's nothing to Apple ain't trying to fuck you. Don't worry. But so your dream world, mate.
Right.
Should we get into the bulk of it?
Yeah.
We're starting with things that you want to get rid of.
Things that I want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hate all these videos online of fucking cyclists, man. Just like being knobheads for no reason. I think, who's this fucking driver's in the wrong? And you're like, no, he's not. Like, one of my mates got in trouble with cyclists because he called one of them a bike nonce. Shout out Tom Keegan.
Fucking are, aren't they?
Well, he didn't know it was a woman either. It was just like he just.
Hey! It's 2025, mate.
Well,
women can be nonces too.
But this was the problem, though, because it was a woman. She spun it as like, oh, he's attacking. He hates women and all this. So we were getting messages.
No, it's them fucking wheels, bro.
Yeah, because he was like he was involved with our podcast and that for a bit. Like we were getting messages being like, "Oh, are women safe coming to your live shows with this person here?"
No, but bikes
as long as they don't bring a bike, then that's out.
So he got banned off Twitter for a little bit because of that. And then when he got let back on, he just started posting pictures of dictators with bikes. It's just like here's Hitler with a bike, here's fucking Mussolini with a bike, and all this. Like just so but it's just like, man, it just does me head in. But like, so I get rid of fucking bike nonsense straight away. I don't mind if you want to cycle and you sound and that and you don't like cut through red lights and all shit like that, but it's just you cut through red lights and then they act like you're the knobhead. And it's like, mate,
there's quite a lot of them. I put them in the same category as, have you seen on like TikTok and that, when the people do auditing?
Right.
And they go into like public spaces, piss people off, and they're like, "You're out of order now. You are." Like, there's a lot of cyclists I find that are like that. They'll ride up the side, like between the path and on the road, right next to a bus, and they'll be like, "This fucking bus, like right in my way." It's like, it's only there because you.
Like, they put videos of it going, "Look at this knobhead," and it's like a fella driving and he's indicating. And you've got loads of time to stop, and they just don't stop. And they just like crash into the side of the car and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it's like, "What are you doing?" You should have seen him fucking indicating from miles away.
You've just ridden up the inside of an indicating car and then gone, "Whoa, why did you run me over?" You're a fucking dickhead. That's why.
Do me head in, man. So
we can send that, mate.
Get rid of bikes.
I
have to say, I'm a bit biased because I've always ridden all types of different bikes. Like, you come with me, we rode across the country once, didn't we? So we'd become fully fledged road cyclists for a while.
Full
proper knobheads. But like, because I've been a cyclist and a driver, I've been annoyed by people riding like a dick. And then equally on a bike, I've been annoyed by people driving like dicks.
That's fair.
And I'm like, I always try and find a middle ground, and I'm like, don't ride like a dick, don't drive like a dick. It's just, there's room
just
for
don't
everyone.
Be a dick. You ride a bike, just don't go around trying to fucking grasp people up. There's that fella who like gets his head in people's cars, being like, "You on your phone?" and all that. It's like, just fuck off.
I am on my phone.
So you're definitely right though. There is a difference in there. You can ride a bike, that's fine, but if you're a bike nonce, you know, you've got the lycra on, you've got the fucking you think you're better than everyone, don't you? Get off your high fucking wheels, mate.
It's just I think it's more of if you're a job's worth. If you ride a bike and your job's worth, you need to be gone. If you're just like people just like just doing mundane tasks and they just think they're like so important. And you're just like, mate, do we have to do this? Why are you being such hard work?
If that annoys you enough that you kind of watch stuff on TikTok as well, definitely check out auditors. Because they'll walk into a police station and they're like, it's all unofficial, but it's like legally they're allowed to go and be like, have you got disabled toilets that are accessible? And they're like, mate, it's a police station, you need to get like, I know you're allowed in here, but like, can you leave? And they're like, like, no, I'm allowed, and like flying drones over like lorry parks and going, oh, well, we saw one person who hasn't got a high vis on. You're like, fuck off, man, get a life.
Or you see someone playing like the piano in a town square and that, and there's just like an old woman coming over going, have you got a permit for this piano? And all that. Listen to the fucking Chopin and fuck off, will you? Do me head in. Like, you've got fuck all better to do than come in and moan at someone just trying to make a bit of money playing piano. Like, fuck off.
I suppose the basic premise is like for all involved, just mind your own fucking business.
Busybodies, man.
Especially that, like you said, them ones that like I said, they'll film me like he's on his phone. I'm gonna send this video to the police and report him. You're a fucking snitch, is what you are.
So just mind your own business. If it doesn't involve you and you get involved, you go to jail. That's my way. You get in the dungeon.
If for the person who sends, if you're the guy on the bike and you send in a video of someone on their phone, all parties involved should just, like exactly as you say, just throw them all straight in jail. You're a snitch. You was on your phone. Both of you fuck off.
Or you can fight each other. To get out. You know, and the loser stays in.
Doesn't go jail.
That's it. Loser goes in the dungeon. Winner goes. You can go on your phone again.
Only weapons you've got are your bikes.
If you're hard, grass up as many people as you want.
Be a grass. Punch people's heads in. Carry on with your life. If that's what you want to do. That's fine. Alpha me. That's whatever. But if you're just some little dweeb who's just been like, hey, get in the dungeon, fight that man to the death.
I do wonder whether
I feel like I've become a dictator very quickly.
What was you going to say?
I was just going to say, maybe it'd be an idea to keep the whole bike thing because they're more likely to die on a bike than they are in a car.
Or maybe I could just make that legal.
What,
just make running cyclist over legal.
That could become a good sport.
If they get in your way, just hit them and then they'll stop.
They will, won't they?
You've got any listeners that
car,
ride bikes sort of lost anyone to bike death? I apologise to him. I'm trying to have a laugh.
He does,
To be fair, I got hit by a car when I was a kid because I was riding like a dick.
There you go.
I just carried on riding.
Yeah, you deserve that.
Yeah.
But I did equally realise as I grew up, I was like, I shouldn't have done what I did. It's my own fault.
Yeah.
Move on.
There you go.
Yeah, we can send that. What's next on your list, mate?
I've got jobs, cyclegrasses and jobs where it's sort of the same thing, innit? Cucumbers, I don't like cucumbers. I've fucked them off.
Well, like a whole one or chopped or in any regards?
Anything, all of them.
I like how you're like, let's drill down into this. You don't like it, mate.
I think it overpowers everything.
Yeah.
You put a little bit of cucumber into anything, that's all I can taste, and I don't like it. I think I had a traumatic experience with them when I was a child. I didn't get one put inside me.
Nip that straight in the bud.
I remember in primary school, like we were like making like sandwiches or whatever, and they made cucumber butties, and I remember trying it and just being like, "That's the worst thing I've ever tasted." And I think it's just imprinted in my head of like, this is disgusting. So like, you know, when you try and make like cucumber water and all shit like that, it's disgusting. So I just fuck them right off.
That's it.
So that stops perverts as well, and they have to find a new fucking vegetable to put up themselves as well. So
what would you make the vegetable? What, like the pervert vegetable then? What would be the replacement for that, do you reckon? Nana's too malleable, I think.
Got to be a squash, innit?
A squash.
Someone that's going to do some damage.
And maybe just only for sexual purposes.
Yeah.
Cucumbers.
Right.
To start selling them in sex shops and not.
Yeah.
Then you get freaks coming in going, can I get a cucumber here? Are you going to put this up your ass? And like, yeah. You're not going to make a sandwich with it, are you? Like, definitely put it on my bum. And they get home and like making cucumber butties in the secret. Like,
no, you know me, mate. That's going right off my ass. I can't get enough.
Yeah, you can't really fault it for its sexual purposes. It does feel like the perfect sex vegetable, which probably isn't a good term, really, is it? Sex vegetable. But we move on from that. Like you say, bananas feel like they'd be a good idea, but
I think there's they've not got the density.
If you clench too hard, I think you're keeping some of it inside. You're in it, like could come out, pop out, or whatever.
Yeah. You don't want that
Dream pied by a banana.
There's a definite element of risk there, isn't there?
Yeah. Right. What is there?
You said squash because what is it? Cause some damage.
Squash is
cause some damage. As in, like my point was like, if you're gonna have it as a pervert vegetable, if you're gonna be hardcore enough to start shoving veg up your ass and not just be an adult and go buy yourself a dildo, like if you think no, I'm gonna buy veg and I'm gonna put this inside myself.
Yeah.
Like, you've got make sure there are arts in it.
You've got a good like stopper on the end of them as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Squashers, haven't they? You know, like a butt plug, so you're not going to lose it.
Yeah.
So that'll probably help the strain on the NHS
And
as well.
like,
As
also-
my missus has told me many a time when I've tried to put stuff where they're not supposed to go, she's like, no, that doesn't have a flat base, so
Yeah.
that can't go in my arse.
Because it has its own
Yeah,
little
it
suction,
goes-
doesn't it?
it goes-
It's just
thanks.
goes, a nice one,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I can't
Lose
believe
stuff up there quite easily.
Not thought about what we had the other week. Leeks.
Leak.
Oh, leeks.
Carrots. I mean, you can get a sturdy
That
carrot.
has a little
Yeah.
taper on it as well,
Some
so you
bit-
can stretch
bit
your arse
knobbly
out.
as well, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decent. But you've got to get them fresh, though, because they start going a bit soft, don't they?
Yeah, then you've
Yeah.
got a nana issue on your hand.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Making carrot juice.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
But we can get rid of cucumbers.
Yeah.
Gone.
Are you all right with that?
It's your planet, mate.
Yeah.
It's your planet.
Well,
If you want to start a genocide, we kind of have to
Well,
go.
that's my next one. I know what I want to get rid of.
Whoa.
Yeah, my next thing was gay people. Hate speech, that's what I want to get rid of. Get rid of homophobia.
Yeah.
I think censoring swear words, I want to fuck that off.
Yes. Yeah.
Because growing up in my family, like swearing was it's just sort of like a filler where
Yes.
it's instead
I'm
of
gonna
saying
get a
like
cheer for
Doesn't
that,
do
yeah.
anything, does it?
No.
The problem with this, everyone's like, I'm offended by that. Why? What has it done to
Yeah.
you? It's not like you've got fucking cancer. Now someone swore at you.
That's
is
it.
it?
Yeah.
Right.
If you
It
take
makes it
all
more
the
passionate.
take all the taboo away from it, it's just a word. It's just like saying, "Oh, dang." Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. But like I swear, just like I go, "Oh, do you know that fucking thing?" And
Yes.
it's not like a,
Yeah.
it's not
It's
like
a-
an
it's a
aggressive
thinking
thing.
word.
Yeah, it's like it's just a filler. I go, I
Yeah.
don't even mean like I swear around kids and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not processing it as like something bad. But then I don't know if you've been over in Australia on the radio. Like I heard someone doing an interview, and before they went on, they were like, "Right, you've got 1 cunt and 4 fucks. Don't use them all at once." You know, shit like that. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all the songs are just like played as they're meant to be played. So
Yeah.
you'd be listening to the radio during the day, and like a rap song will come on,
Yeah.
and it's not like every other word's like, you know, like,
Yeah.
you're like, how am I meant to listen to this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like, to help kids, and you go, well, you just go on Spotify and find the original anyway,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna be like,
If anything, surely exposing people to stuff is going to make them have a better appreciation for that. I think maybe as kids, because we like our parents just swore around us, but we always just knew we're not allowed to do that. We ain't old enough to do that.
don't
yet.
swear in like
But we
in
still knew
front
what
of
it
your
was.
parents.
Yeah.
But just say, you're more
Yeah.
aware of like when
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
and can't
Think
suppose
use
it's-
it.
We do. Like I do with my kids. Like I tell my kids, I've got an 8-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old son, and I'll tell them like, you can swear at home, do what you like.
Yeah.
If you're swearing at me, then we need to have a
Problem.
chat.
Yeah.
But like, just know that you're going to get in trouble at school. Like, if you get in trouble at school for it, I'm not going to get mad at you here. Again,
But it will
context.
happen.
If you
Yeah.
call your teacher a cunt,
Yeah.
then it's...
But with he being a cunt, though?
Yeah, that
You know?
that is
Yeah.
the big question. But yeah, like they're really like cool with it, and I think I've said on the pod before, it's really fun to see a child swearing in the right context. Like the amount of times my son goes, "Oh, that fucking dog!"
Yeah.
It's barking.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like a little old man.
I remember swearing in front of my dad for the first, and it was just like such a natural. Like we walked to the shop to post a letter, and then we went to shop, bought like sweets or whatever. Come back from the shop, and the letter was still on the mantelpiece. And he forgot to take the letter, and I went, "Ah, shit!" and then he looked at me, and I was like, "Oh no!" And like it wasn't even like. It was just a word. You know what I mean? I just said it like, "Oh shit," and then was like, "Oh no, that's bad, isn't it?" But yeah. But what I hate as well is like, you know, you got like on TikTok and that now, and I know like the app's like aimed more at young kids or whatever, but yeah, you can't even say like dead.
No,
We have a problem with what's it, captioning and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
change it all, man, and
It's
then
like
you like.
unalived and
Yeah.
that, and it's like you're talking about serial killers. Like, what you?
Yeah.
Your channel's devoted to serial killers, and you have to say the top 10 serial unalivers and.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, and it's like number 1, he unalived 4 women with a hammer, and you're like, what are you doing? What are we doing
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And I said like, I don't know if it's like a necessarily like a Scouse thing, but say dead as in like, oh, that's dead good,
Yeah.
or that's
Yeah,
dead
man.
bad,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, my video's getting messed up now because I've gone, oh, that was dead funny. And then
Yeah,
all
and
the
then
way
I-
dead's
I-
in there. And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that was unalivedly funny. Like,
Yeah.
what are we
Just
like?
ruins it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's,
man.
it's like the word dead. Like that. Unfortunately, that's part of life. isn't
Death,
it? Like
yeah.
that is in
Yeah.
like unequivocally in life. You ain't escaping that shit. So
It's
why
just
they're
a
like,
descriptive word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even like, but there's loads of words like you say like that they're like, oh, we can't say that, but they don't fucking list them anywhere.
But it doesn't change the situation.
You've got
either,
to guess.
Like when you go, oh, this person unalived themselves. And it's like, well, the person still killed themselves. Like, it's not like it stopped the person from dying.
Yeah.
But now, like, we've all, I don't know.
We had a video that we think got banned because it got literally like zero everything on the algorithm thing of it. And it was a video talking about how I have showers that are too hot, and I use the word Satan in it. And that was it. It was like, no, you're not having that. And you're like, the only thing we can think it could have been was the word Satan, because it was about fucking showers, man, and the temperature of it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's enough. There's another one I'd add. Maybe this is 4, but we'll do it as a taken away. Just have the internet just with the Wild West again. Why not?
I'm for and against it, because as the last couple of years has definitely proven to me, there's a lot more cunts that have on there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think there should be a license for the internet.
Okay, yeah.
I like there should be a test that you have to do. Yeah. Like, you get shown like a black person, a gay person. You're like, is there anything wrong with this? And they're like,
yes.
Nah.
And then you go, you're through to the next bit.
You get on the dark internet.
Yeah.
And this is
we got the place for you.
There's like, I think there should be some kind of test.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll add that in then. You gotta be say, all right, well, you've got to be over 18 to use the internet. Just the way it is. Like, you got to be over 18 to drink. If you can find ways to get on it, that's your parents' fault. If you're drinking in the park, how are you stopping that?
Here's an iPad.
Same thing. So you've got to be over 18 with ID to get on the internet. And then I think once you're on the internet, it's fair game then.
Yeah.
But I think also it should be like, if people fail the internet test too badly, it can be like, right, we'll just go take your picture. Just look down this lens.
Just kill people off.
Yeah, that's it.
That's them gone. Problem solved.
Yeah, we've got to make it a good clip. That's them unalive.
Yeah. But I think that's what, like, I don't know if it's been a good thing or a bad thing necessarily, but like, I think it just sort of just let you get to know the world better.
Yeah.
And you grow up with a different view on, like, oh, there's some bad shit out there. And like, my sense of humour's probably fucked up because of it all, but I still know right from wrong.
Yeah.
It's not like I've gone, oh, well, I might go and kill a homeless man with a hammer now that I've seen that video. Do you get what I mean? But you just know that you just see the real side of the world because there's messed up shit going on. Do you get what I mean?
I think a bit streetwise, isn't it? Like, fucking the world ain't sunshine and rainbows. Like,
that's it. And
there is an element of you. There's got at some point you've got to go, might not do that, or got to swerve that.
Is it worse to have like a generation of kids come out into the world being like, oh, we can't say that word, and then you go, oh, well, here's the real world now. Get used to that.
I've had
that'll
friends,
be harder to transition into, rather than just being like, oh yeah, seeing this video when I was 15, it might have fucked me up a bit, but at least I know now this is the world I live in.
I don't think it did fuck you up a bit. Like, I feel like that sort of stuff gives you a more sort of like level, down to earth look on it all.
That's what I mean.
Ones like that, like, oh, can't say this, can't say that, ban a video because it says fucking Satan, don't listen to any of that shit, and then you think, that's gonna fuck people up.
Your level of like,
that's not the
problem
world, man. We
seems a lot lower when like when like, oh, well, my life's not that bad because of fucking, I know all this is going on. Whereas if you're like, oh my god, he said whatever, that's ruined me week, and you're like, well, no, because you don't know what's going on in the real world. You haven't got big enough problems. I don't think. I feel like that loads, like, then when you see people getting offended by, like, seeing it on Twitter loads with like say even people getting fuming with the Union Jack flag a while ago on it. There was loads of like, everyone was getting called flag shaggers and they're getting fuming by that. But they're also calling people snowflakes. And it's like, well, you're offended because someone's called you a word. So now you're the snowflake and that, innit? And it's like, but I feel like if you're spending your day getting mad at a flag, you've got no real problems. I'm worried about, like, I need to earn money to pay me bills I'm scrounging around and that fucking, I'm addicted to drugs because of whatever and all this.
Yeah.
It's like if someone called me a flag checker, I'd be like, this is right, lad, see you later. Do you know what I mean? I think,
I've got stuff to do.
when you've got no real like adversity in your life, I think you try and find it then in other places. So
Thing is as well, I think if you censor fucking everything to as much as possible, and again, this is all like subjective to what someone thinks is offensive as well. But if you censor all that shit, then anytime someone does get an issue in life, no, handle it. You know what I mean? Then it's
So like you say,
fuck
they're
it.
not able to handle adversity.
that's it. Yeah,
At all,
yeah.
are they?
You got to have some
Like,
shit to appreciate the good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah. I think there's definitely. I get what you're saying. I think there's definitely a level where
It's probably a middle ground, I reckon,
Yeah.
in between,
Yeah.
like not being able to say dead and seeing a man get bummed to death by a horse.
Yeah, I mean,
We can find
that should still be around. That should be on there.
You can find
if
it,
you're into
yeah,
it,
if you want to, yeah.
Yeah,
Which one of those is getting more views though?
the woman.
Well, yeah, the bumming, yeah. But obviously, you've got to cap it off at a degree. I'm not saying we can just go, oh yeah, well, like all fucking child abuse is fine online and that now. That's still not
Oh,
allowed.
fucking
all right?
hell! I was getting excited then.
Oh yeah, well if that's your thing, you can watch people.
You got to be 21. You've got to be
Yeah.
21 to access that bit.
As long as the child's a cunt. Then,
yeah.
So that was that like sort of Wild West internet. Yeah,
I don't know
cool.
if that's a good idea, but we'll see. Innit?
Let's move on to your sort of like good vibes then. Like, what's your sort of the things you want?
What I want to bring back,
Yeah.
what I want to keep. Okay,
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a hack subject, but I would bring back plastic straws.
Yes.
Yes. Fucking
Yes.
yeah.
Are they back in America now?
They're back in America.
The first thing Donald Trump did was it.
Was
like
it
straws.
really?
Yeah.
I'm sure the first thing he did was like legalise plastic straws again. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
I think you are right. Yeah.
I just think there's bigger problems when it comes to like pollution and stuff. You know, when you see like there's like mega coal factories in China and like all the people over there like can't breathe the air in. People in Flint in America can't drink the tap water.
Yeah.
It's like sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll come back to the straws thing.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know why we started giving turtles so much power.
No. Yeah.
Because that's what it was, wasn't it? It was like, why are we
Yeah.
banning these? Because one turtle had one stuck up its nose.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now you've made me want to buy a metal straw in case I see a turtle. And I'm going to fucking jam it in anyway.
Just to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll bring them back just so everyone's a bit happier. Because I
Yeah.
think that'd change, like Mackey's milkshakes and that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. innit?
That's
Yeah.
mad,
The-
isn't it?
the
Like,
nightmare.
what does that say about society? The fact that if we had plastic straws back, it like
I reckon that'd change
I'll
a
be
lot.
well
man.
happy.
I do think it'd
Yeah.
change a lot. I think I'd be like,
Yeah.
stuff's getting back. Because we
I wonder whether
ban
that's when
plastic
things started
straws.
going wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe that was the turning point. where,
Probably.
like,
But we banned plastic straws and then went, well, what about all these disposable vapes?
yeah.
And they're just like, they're plastic straws with batteries in them now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, surely they're like, all we need a video of a turtle just like sucking on an elf
Yeah.
bar. Innit?
Look.
I mean, that might be quite cool. But then people would probably start going, right, we need, because they're saying, I'm sure for years they've been saying about banning disposable vapes. And
I
that.
think they are. I think they are illegal now, aren't they? But it's a case of like it's illegal to produce them now.
Yeah,
So I
they've
think
got
it's like
phase
when
them
they're
out.
when they're sold, they're
Right,
sold. There isn't
okay.
any more. That, as far as I got it, whether that's right, I don't know. But
How mad is it that, like, on the list of, like, banned substances and drugs, vape's probably going to be higher than a lot of shit. It's like, do you want a bag of Coke or do you want an elf bar? It's like, the elf bar's more money.
Yeah, because nicotine's crazy addictive, man. Like,
Especially in vapes, man, because they don't end. It's just constant.
you can do it everywhere. Like I've tried the vapes a few times, and like I've been smoking on and off for years. Like, and the only time I've ever coughed smoking was with one of them vapes. Like, because you take a hit and it's just like an unreal amount of smoke that you need. But then, like you say, you can be driving. Like, I don't smoke in my car. But if I had an elf bar, I'd be fucking just driving with it in my mouth, just like, yeah, this is class.
Do you know something that's mad? Is I used to get the one, you know, it had like 4 in 1. So when you finish it, you just change it and then you go again, sort of thing like that.
Like a push pop, but
Yeah,
like
push pop. Yeah.
But each one of them had 600 puffs in it.
Yeah.
oh,
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's a
Jesus,
depressive push pop.
and you go
Yeah.
through them in like 2 days, or not even.
A day I did them in.
There you go.
And I worked out for some reason. I was like, I want to see how much nicotine. I was smoking in a day 1,000 cigarettes worth of nicotine.
Jesus
and I feel great still. So I think I've got a superpower.
Yeah.
But-
Well, that's the thing as well. It's like, because, you know, if you want to smoke, you've got to put up with like it tastes terrible and like it stinks and all that, and it's like, yeah, but then you go. And kids don't really necessarily like some of the maybe like the badass kids would be like, yeah, we start smoking and all that, but like most of them, I imagine, try it and go, that's fucking disgusting. That you might get the buzz off it or whatever, but it's horrible. Like I smoke now, and every time I'm smoking, I'm like, this is horrible. But I can't help it.
I like the ritual of smoking.
That's it. But then you
the rolling, the sort of like the going out and meeting people in the smoking area,
just the 5 minutes of just on your own time and that. But like. Then the vapes take all that away because you can just sit round, don't have to leave. But then you're marketing them towards kids then. You're like, here's this pink mango passion fruit one.
Jack's got a good flavour at the minute.
Yes, right. So I brought this up on the pod ages ago, the fact that they're coming up with all these fucking ridiculous flavours. Yeah. They all sound and look really tasty. And I'm like, it's mental now. Yeah. And honest, it's gone the other way, and I'm fairly sure they've just given up. Because I bought this the other day, and it's a little blue thing. I'll hold it up to the camera there so if anyone can see it. It's from Drifter Ice. And the flavour is, they're obviously they're like white peach raz and shit like that, aren't they? They've given up because this is just called Mad Blue. That's all that is.
No one knows what that tastes like.
They've given that to a testing group and gone, what do you think that is? And they've just gone, Mad Blue.
Throw us Marlboro juice on there. That is
like vape shop owner chat though, innit?
Yeah.
Like taste it and go, Mad Blue that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So you go, that'll do. Like that, Mad Blue.
One better than that one. So his is called Mad Blue. At least it's like, wow, fucking mad. That's called the blue one.
The blue one?
It's just...
You like blue?
All the blue stuff?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not even blue.
But I've seen them elf bars, they have like tobacco flavoured now.
Yeah.
As well, and you're like, I just don't understand it, man. So bring back paper straws anyway. Plastic straws.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'd be one. I'd legalise all drugs.
Yeah?
All of them?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Because I think people do them either way. Like, if heroin was legal, I still wouldn't want to do it.
To be fair, you'd look at the back of the ingredients and go, fucking no way. Like,
well, they put that on ciggy packets, and people still buy them. Like, people are doing heroin. It's just illegal. So the people who are going to do it will be doing it safer. Yeah. And you can tax it or whatever, make money on it all, open safe spaces for people to use and provide jobs that way.
I like that. Like like you go to the park and there's like the play area and then just like the skag head pen.
The meth area.
They're just there. Like,
I think they just opened one in Glasgow. I think like a genuine like a space where you can go in,
Glasgow.
do it do it safely and that, and you know like you have less people overdosing and that. The products they're using will be more pure. Like you say, you can like when all the states in America that like legalize weed, like I think Colorado ended up giving the citizens money back off all the tax that they made.
Really?
Yeah. I think they give everyone like $2,000 or something.
Fucking sign me up, man.
Like drink driving was down, all this shit was down because everyone's just like smoking. I'm not saying like smoke weed and drive, like, but I just think is it like Portugal? Maybe is everything's legal there. I think all drugs are legal in Portugal or something like that. Yeah.
I imagine like somewhere here there'd be a big sort of spike of like everyone going a bit fucking. Well, wow, it's fucking legal.
But you think that though?
But then I think that'd last a month. Do you know what I mean? And then it'll be.
I'd try heroin, but
bit Moorish though, isn't it?
Only like I think like when I was on the decline. No, if I'm like if I was terminally ill or like I was just like 70 and I'm like, you know what, I'll fucking give that a go, see what that's like. And I could because I could just go and buy it. But like there's people doing it now and it's illegal, so that's not helping anything. It's not like because it's illegal people don't do it. And then I don't think it'd necessarily make people want to try it more. No, because you could do it now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
but you don't want to.
Yeah, I think it depends if they packaged it a bit. You know, like Amsterdam, where you got the sort of the cafes and stuff like that.
Well, I wouldn't have heroin cafes.
Yeah, why not? That would be a bit.
It'd just be people. It'd be everyone asleep in there. Like, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be. It'd just be looking after people who are asleep all the time. But like I say, you can do it now. We could all go and find heroin and do it. But I don't want to.
That's what we'll do.
And I don't think that would change just because it was legal. Do you get what I mean?
I suppose really it's similar to like the swearing thing. Like I was going to kind of use that analogy before of if you're brought up around things like weed and you have a bit of a respect for it and stuff like that, and you go like, okay, all right, well, drugs are a thing. Probably shouldn't do it and all this kind of stuff. Like, you then, as an adult, you understand them and then go, right, I'm not going to do this. But then, like, I've seen it before with a lot of people who their parents just keep them away from all forms of it. Don't give them any information on it at all.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, drugs they're all bad. It's a gateway drug. That's gateway drug. You'll be on that. Next thing you know, you'll be on skag.
Yeah.
And like. Then they do that because they go, oh, well, I've had a bit of weed. Now I want to try everything else. Because there's an element of rebelling against your parents. And,
So then there'd be nothing to rebel against, really, because it's legal. In a way, it'd be the same as like getting caught drinking underage. You'd still have age limits on everything. But like even like when people say like weed's a gateway drug, it's like, no, ale's the gateway drug. I've never been high and gone, love some cocaine now.
No, but
you get bevied and you go, do you know what, it'd help here, little bump. Do you get what I mean? So I think alcohol's the gateway to harder drugs than weed is, I'd say.
There's arguably a lot more problems from it.
It's mental, isn't it? Like,
and that's perfectly legal. You know, you go to the shop.
People talk so much about like, you know, like fucking weed's bad and everything. You know what I mean? Like from a perspective, but like alcohol is fucking awful.
Oh, it's a killer, man.
Yeah, and they're just like, there you go.
If you bought a litre of vodka and drank it all, and I bought an ounce of weed and smoked it all, you'd probably die. And I'd just feel like I was dying. And then just wake up hungry.
And you would cause a lot more problems. Like our uncle said, didn't he? He was like, you never see a load of fucking stoners on a riot in town.
No,
looting
really.
shops.
I mean, obviously you get like fucking, you do get people who abuse everything. And like bad people who will like smoke a load of weed and will go and cause chaos and that. But for the most part, like obviously alcohol is like, I don't think there's ever been a case of someone dying from cannabis.
No.
Like I know people have died from things that they thought was cannabis, and then it's like turns out it's like some sort of lab made synthetic spice in the edibles. You don't really know what you're getting to a degree in that. But from straight up weed, I don't think there's ever been a death.
No, there hasn't. There's not been one.
I mean, the only thing I've sort of, I suppose, technically had kind of personal experience with it. I know some people who have had they've just fucking sat in their house and smoked too much weed and gone a bit fucking mental.
Yeah, I think a lot of
that's moderation.
That's everything in moderation, innit?
Do that with fucking Red Bull.
Yeah.
You drink 25 cans of Red Bull a day, you're probably going to die of a heart attack.
Look at
some mad shit going on in your body.
Protein is technically a poison for the body. If you put too much of it in your body over a long period of time, it will fucking kill you. Seeds from an apple. It's got cyanide in it.
Yeah, bananas. Apparently, if you eat too many of them, you die of potassium. I don't know if that's just like an urban legend.
I think it's a lot of bananas, though, isn't it? Like, I kind of want to test it, but like.
What if does it absorb better if you go up the arse with them?
Bananas got a lot of airtime today.
But I'd at least try it. I'd legalise everything and see how it went.
No,
if they go crazy, then you go, right, we'll fucking put a cap on it.
It's got to be better than what is currently happening.
Because it's happening. Do you get what I mean? People do coke, people do heroin, people do all sorts. It's like at least then you could tax it, give people safe space.
The amount of money you would make as a government,
millions.
Off that. Even
if it's just weed, if it's just done weed, I think it'd be millions.
Do you see that coming anytime soon for this country?
I don't know, because there's a lot of people in
weed, isn't it? Huh? We need a few more old people to die, I think.
Well, I think having older people in power definitely stops that, because that whole thing of just like weed is a crazy, because it was all like propaganda back in the day to make it like, especially in America, it was like, oh, these Mexicans are smoking weed and coming over and killing everyone and that. So that's what the word marijuana was like made up to be like, that's what the Mexicans are using.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So it was like they were saying they were drugged up on marijuana, coming into the country, killing, raping people and all that. So it was just heavy propaganda, and it was all because of fucking the hemp was going to take over the paper mills.
Right.
And again, I think another reason why it's illegal still is because like oil. I know hemp is so versatile. You can make like hemp blocks that are like strong as concrete but weigh a third of the weight and all that. You can make rope, oil, plastics and all shit like that with it. So as soon as that's legal, it has a big knock-on effect to other industries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also, like, I think, was it like Theresa May's husband or something is like the biggest exporter of weed in this country. And they sell it to other places, and like CBD oils and all shit like that. So they are doing it.
Yeah.
It's just in its own world of like, you know, you can't use it recreationally and that, but we're happy to fucking make money off it and all that.
Yeah.
But it has started, like, it's you can get it like medicinally now, can't you? You can get like prescriptions.
Yeah,
and that you're
there's a
paying
big
for it
farm
and stuff.
not far from here, between
Yeah.
here and Boston, that's like for.
And I think all you have to do is
NHS.
be like, I've got a headache.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, there you
I
go.
might be wrong, but is that like got like the medicinal stuff? Has it got like minimal to no like THC or anything?
I think
Or is it
yeah,
proper
it gets you
proper
fucked
weed?
up, man. Yeah,
Is it?
it'd be better than stuff you buy in the street.
I've got a headache.
Like I've smoked some medicinal like stuff in Vegas, and I had like 6 hits on it, and I was like
done you?
tripping, man. Yeah. I was like walking through the casino, I was just like, no, this is weird. We went to like a food court, and it was like a retro themed food court, you know, like all the neon lights and all that. I was just sat there going, am I in the 80s? I feel like I'm back in time. Like I was freaking out, man. Couldn't eat or anything. I only had like 6 hits on it, so it's like it's because it's scientifically made. Then
It's
Do you know what I mean? So you're getting a better product, and you'd use less because it's stronger and all this, blah blah blah. But I think psychedelics is the big one. I'd make legal because it grows out the ground.
Yeah.
You can go pick mushrooms probably around here,
Oh, there's loads around here.
but as soon as you've got them, it's a class A drug, and you get like 7 years for having them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just trying to fucking get a bit wavy.
7 years.
I never trust myself on psychedelics. I've never tried them. I've got too much going on up in here.
See, but if you've done a small dose,
Apparently, like microdosing and
you don't even know, like, you don't get, like, you could take 2 grams of mushrooms and probably not even really hallucinate.
Really.
Yeah, you'd see like colours of stuff, and stuff might wave a bit and that, but you're never gonna like go, oh my god, my hands turned into spiders and that off 2 grams and that. And like the all the medicinal things coming out of like MDMA and psychedelic and psilocybin and that now that they're doing for like PTSD and all shit like that. They're trialing it all in America and stuff. Like it's meant to be amazing for your brain and that. But what I'd do is anyone in charge, I know I'm kind of in charge, but I don't think I'd run the whole thing. I'd give it to people, but I'd want to make, I think once a month, say that your prime minister and your cabinet or whatever have to do a mushroom trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it just changes, it completely changes the way you think about like the world and other people, and you feel like you're like all connected a bit, and I think it changed the decisions of,
because it makes different neurological connections between the synapses.
Yeah.
It makes new connections. So like a lot of people that have issues like say losing weight or things that are really wired into their brain, psilocybin can help rewire that.
Yeah,
like get rid of depression. And
they
all
can
that
do all
sort of stuff.
sorts, man. It's mad, and it's natural. That's another thing. Like, and again, I don't think anyone's ever died from like natural psychedelics.
Yeah.
You might have, you can definitely experience dying.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not-
yeah.
If you have enough, if you
Yeah.
get like 5 to 7 grams of mushrooms, you'd probably think, I'm dead and my soul is in the afterlife for 10 hours.
hell.
And then you come back and go, fucking hell, I don't know if I'd do that again.
This is one of the things that so many people, you're particularly, because you're a bit more of a drugsman than the, sort of like me and Jack, but like you always go, it's great, felt horrendous. And I'm just like, don't sign me up for that, because
It's all about dosing it right. It's all about, like, if you say, like, if you had your first drink and you went, I'm gonna have a pint of whiskey, that's not
You're
gonna
gonna have a bad
do
time, yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But if you have if you had a shandy,
fair, yeah.
you go, oh, got a nice little buzz on here.
yeah.
It's the same with drugs. The same with psychedelics.
Yeah.
You can have half a gram and you feel just a bit more alert, and you're like, oh, this is like, I feel
The
sharp.
problem is not the drug; it's the person. Like I've always been.
Yeah,
like,
that's my issue, to be
I've-
fair.
Pretty much,
I'm
yeah.
always stuck in this. I probably it takes me psilocybin to rewire the shit, but like it's always been like, right, I feel good. If I take 10 times more, I'll feel 10 times good.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
No.
Yeah.
But,
That's
but
not-
It
also
always
there's-
feels like it does.
There's stories on both sides. There's people, you have 5 grams of mushrooms and you think, I've died, and I was in a never-ending hell that just kept repeating itself. Never thought I was ever going to get out of it. And you get people who go like, I had 5 grams and I went and sat in Mother Nature's arms and she cradled me for 10 hours and it was the best
Has
thing
to
I've
do
ever
with
done in
locked
my
in
life.
there, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
That's it, man. So it's a case by case thing of like, are you like, maybe if you're selling them in shops, you have to do like maybe get medical. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll work all that out.
Yeah.
But I'd say I definitely trial
Yeah. Oh,
legalizing everything and seeing how it goes.
yeah, man. What's the next?
What have I got here? Ciggies. I'd hire scientists to make cigarettes called
Like risk free.
cure cancer.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just fund it all and like, make these healthy. And then that'd be sound. That's a quick one we can just gloss over.
Yeah.
Make cigarettes healthy. We move on. Similar to the test to what were we saying? Taking a test for using the internet. Was it before?
Yeah.
I think the same just for if you get over a certain age, like the whole like you should redo your driving test or whatever. I think once you hit a certain age, you should need to do another test to like stay on Facebook and that.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people just sharing fake shit about like, you know, like see AI. Not like this is how I feel like I'm fully realizing I'm getting old is because I fell for an AI the other day.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I was like, this is it now. I am boomer age, technically. I seen an AI thing and I was like, fuck off, no way. And then I was like, wait a minute. You know, like I had to see someone else go, this is AI. And you go, oh, fuck. It's finally got to a point where I'm falling for it now.
Yeah.
So it's like, at first you go, this is a load of shite, this. But you see, like say over a certain age, say like, let's just say over 60, all on Facebook and that. They see anything on there as fact because they believe
that's news now to them, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and you understand why, because they grew up in a time where the news got told to you and it was in papers and that was fact, and it never really has been. But that was it. So now it's like, well, this is on the internet, therefore it must be real. Therefore,
I do enjoy that though as a hobby. Like, you know, when you're just viewing that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like I saw something that I told you there was this AI photo of this bodybuilder at a show. He was about 54 foot tall and had about 73 abs. And someone was like, steroids are getting out of hand.
yeah.
And you're like...
Well, there's that one the other day of a whale eating a boat. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
And it was, you can see that it's not real. And people are like, unbelievable. I'm never going in the ocean again.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't go outside anymore then, because you're an idiot.
Like, years ago when you see like you used to get all these emails like, I'm a Hungarian prince and he is I'm a solicitor and I work for a Hungarian prince and he has died and you are his long lost and only remaining relative. And you have 9 million rupees waiting to be sent to you. Just give us your bank details. And you think, I'm never going to fall for that. I'm not fucking stupid. And then, like you say, you borderline get to the age where you start seeing like a similar email but the same. And then you go, oh, actually, I could just send my bank details and I am rich now.
Or like a DVLA. Do you know, like every time you get a delivery, you get a text going, we couldn't deliver that. We've got it here. Like, how long until you go, oh shit, they've got me fit? And then like, but I'd maybe bring them back. Yeah. To fuck the boomers up a bit. Yeah. Just like hire a full team and Nigerian
that could be like
princes.
the license, I guess, couldn't it?
Just to like really bring money back into the economy. I use all bought houses for 30 quid. You've got loads of money and you're moaning about the state of the world. We can't afford fuck all. So I'm bringing in a team of Nigerian princes to get all of your money back into the economy. That's what I'm doing.
I like with that it's like I need to be authentic and actually bring Nigerian princes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm only doing things I couldn't have people like digital blackface. I don't agree with that. I need genuine.
We're not going to send people emails. What we're going to do is just go door knocking with Nigerian princes.
See, I reckon we could do that, man. Loads of money coming back in.
Crime around here.
I'm just trying to build the economy back up. That's all I want.
Yeah. Right, mate. That takes us to the last little bit.
Yeah.
What would be your national treasure?
So I've gone for a person.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
And my person is Johnny Wellyman.
Johnny Wellyman.
Do tell.
So, if you're from St. Helens, have any of you been to St. Helens before?
I think once when I was very, very young.
It's a crazy place. It gets shit on a lot. It's between like Liverpool and Manchester.
Okay.
It gets a lot of bad press. I lived there for a few years. The people there are class. I've always loved the people there. But it is a bit mad. Like, there was a shop in the town centre called How Nice Is That? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's class that in it. Just everyone in there going, how nice is that? And they go, got the name. I was in Tesco there and I was buying I had a sweet potato and the woman on the till went, what is that? I went, what?
She didn't know what a sweet potato
And
was.
she went, what, is that ginger or something? And we were like, no, it's a sweet potato. That. And we had to tell her so she could find it on the till. So it's just that type of place, man. It's class. There's an Indian restaurant, and it's been divided. It was owned by two brothers, and it's been divided into two restaurants now, right next door to one another. One of them's like takeout only, and one of them's like sit in. And apparently the brothers had a big fallout. And it's like, you know, if you go to one, they're like, you didn't go fucking next door, did you? You know, like, it's just a mad place, man. But there was a fella, unfortunately, he's passed away now, Johnny Welly, man. He was like a famous homeless guy.
Right,
Right,
He was one of them, but he had like the voice of an angel. Like, unbelievable. If you go on YouTube, type in Johnny Welly, man, St. Helens, you'll know the video. And he's got mental health problems and that. And I'm not like laughing at him. But he's class, and like he'd just be singing, he'd just be talking, and then he just starts singing, and he's quite philosophical.
Right,
And then he's got like the voice of an angel. And I just think he needs more recognition.
Sounds like he had mental health solutions, let alone fucking problems.
Maybe, man, maybe there
He
he
looks
is.
like Roy Keane.
You got him on there.
Do you want me to do the scenes?
Oh
mate?
yeah, that would help.
Yeah,
You put
you
that on.
can't remember your job.
Are we on there? Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing, Jack? There you go,
That
mate.
one. There you go.
No, you behind it away.
Yeah,
There we
There's
go.
Johnny Welly, man.
Yeah.
There's videos of him, interviews with him, and all that, singing and that. He's got an incredible voice, and he passed away, but he's a local legend.
Yeah.
Of St. Helens. I'll go for him, man.
Yeah,
Just give him a bit of
know that
airtime,
feeling.
you know.
Well, me and Jack are from Boston originally.
Yeah.
And there was a whole website dedicated to. It's one of them towns that's just.
Yeah.
It's
There's
full
just
of them.
full of characters, and yeah, this one guy, it was kind of before YouTube, and he made. Well, he just made a living of going around filming these people,
Yeah.
and like interviewing them, and there was just everyone was like, how's Boston got this many like this?
It's
like,
it's
characters?
a mad little towns, man. Like I seeing like a drug deal going on. And like, I'm not asked. Like, so I was just walking down the street, seeing it happen, and I was like, a little drug deal going on there. Just clock see what he was fucking selling.
Yeah.
As I walked past, he was selling a box of Lego. And I was like, fuck off. And then as the fella walked away, he was like, hey, get me the big one next time. I'll pay good money. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just one of them
stolen
places,
Lego,
man. It's
yeah.
class. It's great. I love it, man. It's boss. So yeah, Johnny Welly, man, it'd be my national treasure, I think. Throw him in there, give him a bit of airtime.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Jolly
Yeah,
Welly,
we'll
man.
get him in.
I'm going to have a binge of them videos, I
Go
think.
check him out, man. He's hilarious. Like, he'll just be talking and he just starts singing. But when he sings, he sounds like a choir boy.
Really good.
Angelic voice. Honestly, like, we just stop listening to this for a sec. Go Google, YouTube, Johnny Welly, man, St. Helens. Probably the first video on there. You'll definitely know who it is that I'm talking about. And just listen to his voice, man. He's class.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Johnny.
Yes, lad.
Yeah, well, that takes us to the end of the show. Enjoyed your stay here?
Sweet, man. Yeah, it was really fun. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hope it didn't come across as bad
You
in
came
any
across
places.
fine, mate. Don't worry about that. Do you want to plug yourself a little bit? And
So yeah,
where
I'm on
shows-
all the socials and that. Dean Coughlin _ is my one. We've got a podcast, the Mild High Club. UK is all the socials. If you go on our YouTube, we have like live talent shows, which is sort of a mix between like Kill Tony and Britain's Got Talent.
I've been enjoying
If you're onto them,
Yeah.
they're real fun. We're taking a break from the podcast at the minute, but we're going to be bringing it back soon. So if you're not onto it, go. There's about like 100 odd episodes there, loads of big guests on. We've had like interviews at a swingers place, which is crazy, like a little documentary we've done, interviewing a load of people at a swingers gaff. Loads of specials that we've done. We've got a few specials out publicly and a few on Patreon still. Like we've done a live talent show at the swingers place, which I don't really think we can put out publicly. We censored it all, but we kept it all in. But it's like a girl played the harmonica with a fanny. Another girl put a 16-inch round dildo inside of her. And
Wow.
we were just interviewing her, like it wasn't even happening. So I was like, I don't know if we can put that one out. So that's on our Patreon. There's a free trial on our Patreon, so go on, watch all the specials and fuck off if you want, but just go check it out. And yeah, just give us a follow. I do gig all over the place, so
Yeah.
come check me out.
Lots of dates coming up, isn't there?
Yeah, man, I'm doing Edinburgh. If anyone's going to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, I've done a few solo shows, but I'm gonna do that properly next year maybe. But yeah, go check out we've got loads of content online, man. So just there's loads to go check out. Yeah,
There'll be plenty of links in the descriptions and all that.
Yeah,
What was you going to ask,
Quick
Sharpie?
question. With the Swingers Club, do they put a spread on?
So he's really he's been really looking into this.
So there was a bar, and I think there was like snacks and stuff at the bar. But what I did here, if you fancied it, we had a lad on, Eddie Fortune, comedian from Liverpool. He was telling me about gay saunas. I don't know if you
Gay sauna.
Yeah.
Don't lie, you don't know about them, mate.
Yeah, no, gay saunas. It's basically just a fucking place where people go up, meet up, shag and all that. But he was like, they have like paninis and curries and everything. So I think the gays have got the spreads a bit better.
Oh, so they get the gays away.
You just have to kiss a man, get some paninis.
Kiss a man and get your food.
Just go and buy a panini.
That's a bit boring, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Suppose.
He's all about the shagging is his problem.
Yeah. But they do sound fun, them gay sort. Like I I'm not knocking it. Sounds class. Boss time. Go down, curry,
exfoliate and all that. Fucking
get
pause
bummed. Suck a few dicks.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced having a curry and getting bummed is a sensible choice.
Have it back. It's the way. Maybe have the curry afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be hungry after.
What if you just want to go
innit?
down, eat a curry, and just like suck a load of people off?
Suppose, yeah. I mean, that could work. Yeah.
I'm not
Who's to
opposed
say?
to sucking off.
Saying that, no one wants the spicy dick, do they?
Well, there's some fucked up people out there, you know.
Yeah.
People are into that bit of S&M, sadomasochistic pain shit. So
Maybe.
The
some
niche for
stuff out
everything,
there
mate.
that you'd be
And
able to see on my free internet.
Yeah.
You could get right into all that. Cock and ball torture and all shit like that. Good way to end it.
All happy, Jack? Has it been fun on the production desk?
I apologise if anybody's watching this because the scenes have gone a bit mental for the past hour.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep everything happening and also trying not to fall asleep because I'm an idiot.
It's a bit like now where you haven't put your camera on while you're talking.
No.
If you want to talk and I'll just mouth what you're saying.
Yeah, that's fine. A lot of the time it's just on someone who isn't talking. Like then. Yeah.
There we go.
Fine.
We'll try.
As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that. Pushing the old subscribers on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, review us on all the podcast platforms. Follow us on social media as well. It's at Utopia Project Pod. If it's your first time here, don't forget to please stick around. Grab some merch. Discord, Patreon, all that. And support us. That's great. You have fun, Sharpie?
Always have fun, mate.
Yeah. Have you had fun, Dane?
I've really enjoyed it, man. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No worries.
I've been Chunky T. Thank you for coming along.
I've been Jack Magic, terrible producer.
I've been Permanent Sharpie, permanent as always, apart from last week. See you later.
This has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye.
Off you fuck.
There we go. Nice.
Welcome to Utopia, please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland, this is Utopia.